Hello students, welcome to class again. Today I'm going to cover a poem called I Think I Could Turn and Live with Animals, composed by the famous American poet Walt Whitman. The poem I Think I Could Turn and Live with Animals, composed by the famous American poet Walt Whitman, is an extract or an excerpt from his book or work Song of Myself from Leaves of Grass. So in this poem, what is Walt Whitman talking about? First, let's concentrate on the title of the poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. I think, he's thinking that he could turn, he would turn, or he could, have a different kind of a life. He want to turn not himself into an animal, but he wanted to live with animals. Why is he saying that? We need to find out in the poem. Why is Walt Whitman so eager to live with animals? I too love animals. You can see this little kitty, cute little kitten. We found it in our backyard and it was abandoned, and I have reared it. It's really very cute, don't you think? Even I love animals, and this little kitten, had really brought a lot of love into the family, doesn't it? Hello. Okay, now talking about the poem now. Mr. Walt Whitman did not say anything wrong in the poem. He was really right. Today human beings, they have become so self-centered. They are so greedy that it's better to be with animals than trust another human. Now, why would Walt Whitman write this poem? Because maybe he had gone through some kind of very sour experience or bitter experience, and maybe he was cheated by someone, or he had a bad experience with some friends. Maybe anything can be. So he wrote this poem thinking that it's better to live with animals. More so, or maybe many other situations are there. People have changed over the year. Their mentality, their desires, their greed, everything has have increased. So Walt Whitman, being a poet and a very human person, he thought that it's better to live away from all these evils. Now he compares very beautifully in the poem about animals and humans. He feels that the humans are lacking some of the qualities that animals have. Animals don't cry, or they don't have any strong desire for accumulating wealth, or they don't even complain about anything. But if you look at the life of a human, the entire human life, from the time he's born to his death, he's involved in craving for more and more, and he's never happy and satisfied. There's a lot of difference between them. And human beings are segregated into according to their level of knowledge, or their accumulation of wealth. The rich, they have a higher position, so they're respected by everyone. They bow down. Even human beings, they pray and bow down before their ancestors. They have some superior part, and so but then for the animals, they don't have any a situation like the humans. They are quite happy and contented and don't have anyone greater than them, or anyone. Everyone is same in the animal world, and they live with due respect to everyone. There is nothing, no difference between them, and they only do their actions, their duties, and that's all. Now animals, according to the poets, they have all these praiseworthy qualities. And what happened to the humans in the past? They were, they possessed all these beautiful qualities, but now they have lost it. They have dropped all these qualities somewhere, and the poet names it as a tokens. These beautiful gifts that are given to human beings are no longer seen in them, and it have cross over to the animals. So this is why Walt Whitman wanted to live with animals, because they possess these unique qualities, these praiseworthy and beautiful qualities, and he would find his life very comfortable with animals, living with animals. So this poem is entirely talking about the difference between the world of animals and the humans, and the poet's strong desire to live with them. This is what the poet is talking about. The entire title is dealing with that. So we will go through a line by line explanation of the poem, and then you'll come to know some of the use of words here, and why this poem has no rhyming words. It has no rhyme scheme as such. It's written in free verse, and you need to also know other important things that are in the poem, the other poetic devices. So for now and for today's class, this is what about the introduction to the poem. We will continue with the poem in the next class.